In the second half of section 1 here, we're going to look at finding the zeros of quadratic functions. And basically finding zeros are finding the solutions. Okay, and you're learning that solutions, zeros, roots, graphically x-intercepts, they all mean the same thing. Okay, so we're going to sketch the graph of each function by making a table of values and then approximate each real zero of the quadratic to the nearest tenth. The zero is going to be the solution. They are the x-intercepts. So if you think about it, we want to understand that zeros are where the graph crosses or intercepts the x-axis. So zeros mean x-intercepts. So let's look at 27. Make this a little bit bigger here. On 27, we have f of x or y, remember that's just like a y, is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 3. So if we're going to make a table of values, we got to think about what we did in the first half of this lesson. We really want to find the axis of symmetry, which is x equals negative b over 2a. So I'm going to go x equals the opposite of b. Now b is negative 2, so I want the opposite of negative 2 or positive 2 on the top, all over 2 times 1. Now 2 times 1 is 2, so my axis of symmetry is x equals 1. Okay, so I need that, x equals 1, and then if we're going to do the table, remember, we really want x equals 1 would be this line right here on x equals, on that vertical line. 1's going to be in the middle. Now remember, when you're finding the vertex, and this point would really be the vertex, we had to plug 1 back in like we did in the earlier one. So if I do that, plug 1 back in, I had x squared minus 2x plus 3. I'm going to plug 1 back in. So it's 1 squared minus 2 times 1 plus 3. So that would be 1 minus 2 plus 3. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 3 would be 2. So 1, 2 is my vertex. So I'm right here. There's my vertex. Okay, now I need to fill in my table of values, so I need a couple points on either side of the vertex. So I'm going to do negative 1 and 0, and then 2 and 3. And when I plug those in, and you can go ahead and plug them in, but when I plug in 2, I go 2 squared minus 2 times 2 plus 3, or you can type that whole thing into your calculator. You do get 3. If I plug in 0, 0 is really easy. This part and this part are going to be 0, so then I would just have plus 3. So 0 is going to be 3. If I plug in 3, 3 squared minus 2 times 3, which is 6, so 9 minus 6 is 3, plus 3 will be 6, and negative 1 would also give me 6. So if I plot those points, I have 1, 2, the vertex already plotted. 0, 3 is going to be right there. 2, 3 is going to be right there. And then negative 1, 6, and 3, 6 is going to be right there. And so this one would look, and it's very key that you draw your graph accurately. Now, if you look here, this is a parabola opening up, because A is positive, never goes through the x-axis. So there are no x-intercepts. So this one has, for the zeros, there are none, because it doesn't cross the x-axis, and that's how we want you to answer it, is with none. Okay?